Framo submerged cargo pumping system for tankers was developed in the beginning of the 1960s and is today in operation on approximately 800 ships worldwide. This instruction video shows the Framo cargo pumping system on board MS Stolt Markland, one of Stolt-Nielsen's 4 new buildings at Kleven, Florø, Norway. The ship is a 29,999 tons of deadweight chemical oil product tanker, fitted with 39 Framo stainless steel hydraulic-driven submerged cargo pumps, type SD-150, two submerged pumps, type SD-100 for deck tanks, one Framo portable cargo pump, two Framo ballast pumps, as well as bilge pumps and fuel oil transfer pumps, all driven from a centralized Framo designed hydraulic system. The hydraulic system is also driving the deck machinery. The ship is also equipped with vapor return line for safe cargo handling. Operation of Framo cargo pump. This video will highlight operation of Framo cargo pumping during loading, discharging, stripping, tank washing. Furthermore, 10 important rules for preventive maintenance. Loading the ship through the cargo pump. The Framo cargo pump can also be used as a drop line. To avoid pressure peaks in the pump housing and pipe stack, it is very important to start the loading slowly with the cargo valve only partly open. This will also reduce the mixing of air cargo in the tank. When the cargo pump's discharge line is completely filled, open the cargo valve to maximum open position. Remember, maximum loading pressure is 8 bar at the pump's top cover plate. Also, when using a separate drop line as we have on this ship, we recommend to start loading slowly through the pump only, until the level is above the drop line outlet, or after the so-called 1-foot sample is taken. We normally recommend to open up the drop line valve and continue loading through both the pump and the drop line. Discharging, starting and running of Framo cargo pumps. It is assumed that the hydraulic system is vented and free from air, that the cargo pump's cofferdam is purged, and that the hydraulic oil temperature and main system pressure is correct. If the oil temperature is below 30 degrees Celsius, circulate the oil through the heating valve. One, Start the cargo pump, moving the control handle slowly until the pump starts rotating, and run with hydraulic pressure 30 to 50 bar for about 2 or 3 minutes. Keep the cargo valve closed. 2. Raise the cargo pump pressure to above shoreline pressure before opening the cargo valve. This to avoid backflow over pumping. 3. Also open the stripping valve between pump and discharge line. Keep the stripping valve open for approximately 5 minutes to get rid of the air pocket or gas pocket trapped in the stripping pipe. This to avoid pulsation, vibration in the cargo pump. 4. Follow the same procedure for cargo pump number 2, 3, 4 and onwards. Be sure that enough hydraulic oil is available for the cargo pumps. If not, the cargo pump speed will drop and capacity head will be reduced. 5. The shoreline back pressure will increase when more cargo is pumped through the line. To clarify the above, we have to look at the performance curve for the cargo pumps. This is a typical performance curve for one centrifugal cargo pump. We have the pump capacity in volume per hour this way, and the discharge pressure in meter liquid column this way. Maximum discharge head gives minimum pumping capacity. This is the height we are going to lift up the cargo to, called static lifting head. Then we have the dynamic pressure drop in the delivery line. This curve is very important for the vessel's discharge rate and is a function of the flow and the line's diameter. When starting up another cargo pump, we will have these performance curves for 2 pumps running in parallel. 3 cargo pumps in parallel will have these 3 curves. And the capacity will be like this. When starting yet another pump, the capacity will not increase because we have reached the maximum delivery pressure, and the pump should be stopped because it is only wasting energy. If the shoreline's diameter is reduced, the dynamic pressure drop will change like this. And we can see that the capacity with 3 pumps through the larger shoreline is higher than with 4 pumps through the smallest. So the rules for parallel pumping are: start the number of pumps until you reach maximum allowed pressure in the shoreline. This is often the normal discharge situation. Start the number of pumps until you reach the cargo pump maximum head. If the manifold pressure does not rise, it is no use to start more cargo pumps. Combination of big pumps, high capacity, low discharge pressure and cargo with higher vapor pressure increases possibilities for cavitation at low tank level, leading to vibrations and possible damage of the cargo pump. If the cargo pump starts vibrating and/or cargo pressure and/or hydraulic pressure starts pulsing, open stripping valve for some minutes. If the vibrations or pressure pulsing continues, the pump is cavitating and the capacity must be reduced by A. reducing pump speed, or B. increasing discharge head by throttling cargo valve, or C, reducing pump speed in combination with B. Generally, pump capacity should be controlled by the pump speed, not by throttling the cargo valve. Always reduce cargo pump speed or capacity if pump starts vibrating, especially at low discharge heads. Stripping. When the cargo tank is nearly empty, we are in the stripping condition. Reduce the pump speed when pump starts to cavitate or lose suction, indicated by vibrations and/or hydraulic pressure pulsations. Empty the tank at reduced pump speed, that is, reduced pump capacity. Throttling of cargo valve may improve the stripping results. When the cargo pump sucks air, close the cargo valve. Start stripping of the cargo pump by opening the stripping valve with air or inert gas connected. Always strip against lowest possible back pressure. Cargo pump speed during stripping depends on discharge line back pressure and the purging medium pressure. If the pump speed is too low, we might blow the cargo through the pumping impeller, or if the pump speed is too high, the losses of the wearings will increase. Or, in the worst case, you might even pump the cargo back into the air inert gas line. Ideal stripping speed must therefore be based upon experience on board. Purge until air breaks through the impeller, indicated by a booming noise in the cargo tank and a hydraulic pressure drop. It is essential for the stripping result that the cargo valve does not leak and that the pump's wearings are in good condition. Close stripping valve. Stop purging and stop the cargo pump. Check pump's cofferdam. Tank washing. To avoid dry running, cavitation of the cargo pump during tank washing, reduce pump speed to match tank cleaning machine's capacity. Flow into tank and flow out of tank must be equal. Remember to flush the pump with fresh water if seawater has been used for tank cleaning. Discharge of cargo heated by deck-mounted heater. When using Framo pumps for circulating cargo through deck-mounted heaters, heating should be stopped during discharging. A normal cargo temperature drop will be approximately 1 to 2 degrees per 24 hours, and the corresponding increase in viscosity will not cause any problem for the submerged pump. Never try to balance heating, discharging by pumping some of the cargo ashore and some through the heater and back to tank. The efficiency will be extremely low, leading to a drastic increase in discharge time. 10 rules preventive maintenance. 1. Purge the pump's cofferdam before and after using the pump. NB. Make sure that the cargo pump's cofferdam is open, that is, air is coming out of the exhaust trap. 2. If air is used as purging medium, drain airline for possible water condensation regularly. 3. De-aerate the hydraulic system on a regular basis. Avoiding air in the system will increase the component's lifetime. 4. Check the pressure drop over the filters. Maximum delta P is 1 bar. 5. Take oil sampling every 3 months, including particle counting according to ISO 4406. 6. Never mix the hydraulic oil with other brands of lubricating oil. 7. To adjust pump capacity, Regulate pump speed instead of cargo valve. 8. Check the cargo pump's condition against the performance curve once a year. 9. Never start dismantling of any cargo pump or other component in the system before you know if, what and where you have a problem. Pressure test the cofferdam in order to detect leakages. Cleanliness is absolutely necessary.
Deadweight tons, built in 1994 and equipped with 37 submerged Framo cargo pumps. The submerged cargo pump was designed by Frank Mohn AS in the early 60s and has since then been the dominant system for safe and sound cargo handling on chemical and parcel carriers worldwide, though today the system is being used more and more with great success on crude oil tankers and oboe ships. The Framo cargo pump is a centrifugal, hydraulically driven pump delivered in stainless steel materials. The hydraulic oil bringing the power down to the motor is also lubricating and cooling all the rotating parts. The pump impeller is close to the tank top, resulting in excellent pumping and stripping conditions. The Framo cargo pumping system is based upon one pump, one deck line, one crossover for each cargo tank, which gives maximum flexibility, full segregation and maximum safety. Preventive maintenance of the Framo cargo pump. The most important check on a Framo submerged cargo pump is purging the pump's cofferdam. Always remember to purge the cofferdam before and after using the cargo pump. Fill in the purging routine diagram when the pump is purged. If you detect a cargo leak in one of the pumps, and the leak is more than 2 liters of cargo per day, then you will need to carry out a test on the pump. Never start any dismantling before you know if and where you have a problem. The best way to test the cargo pump is to blind off and pressure test the cofferdam with 3.5 to 4 bar air pressure. If there is a leak, the air pressure in the cofferdam will decrease rapidly, and by testing the pump with liquid soap or similar, the leakage can be detected. Service number 1, changing of wear rings. We're now going to demonstrate how to dismantle the pump for checking the impeller and wear ring. Remember, before starting to service the pump, always close the hydraulic pressure inlet valve to prevent remote starting of the pump. First, dismantle the lower support ring. Loosen and bend away the check pipe. Split and remove the volute casing. Remove the lower wear ring and the impeller. And finally, the upper wear ring. Check the clearance between the wear rings and the impeller and impeller flash. Normal radial clearance is 0.3 millimeters. We recommend changing the wear rings when the clearance has become approximately 1.5 millimeters. With any bigger clearance, the cargo pump efficiency will decrease drastically. Service number 2, changing of cargo seals. If checking of the pump indicates that the cargo seals are worn out, the seals can be changed like this. Unscrew the impeller flange bolt. Use the extractor from the Framo toolbox and pull off the impeller flange by means of the extractor. Take the assembled cylinder from the Framo toolbox and assemble the cylinder on the pump shaft. Remove the lower seal ring housing. Be careful with the Teflon seals. Inspect and change the cargo seal if necessary. Service number 3, changing of components in the hydraulic system. The service we've been demonstrating up to now, changing of wear rings and cargo seals, is the normal service on wear and tear parts done regularly on board. However, it is also possible to change all rotating parts inside the hydraulic oil chamber in the cargo pump when the pump unit is still hanging on the pipe stack in the cargo tank. Nevertheless, this service operation is needed very seldom, as all rotating parts running in clean hydraulic oil have a very long life. Before starting on this service, the hydraulic oil must be drained off by removing this flash and the drain plug inside, and then pull down the bearing housing. Then remove the assembly cylinder and pull out the ceramic sleeve. The ceramic sleeve must be handled very carefully, as it is very brittle and may crack if dropped or mishandled during servicing. After draining out all hydraulic oil from the pipe stack and the pump unit, We are loosening the bearing housing from the pump casing and lowering the complete bearing housing to take it to the workshop for further dismantling. In the ship's workshop, take away the Teflon ring and inspect the surface carefully. Remove the upper seal ring housing. Take out the stationary part of the mechanical seal from the upper seal ring housing.